Alrighty.
Welcome everyone to episode 21 of the CPA-fol podcast. And this one today is going to be a little bit of an experiment because I am testing new equipment as we speak.
I thought you were going to say you were going to test me. You're going to test me with a gray screen.
Oh, well, I'm still trying to figure out where I can put everything so I can visibly see it all. So we're getting there. But hopefully for everyone, you can see crispy, clean visuals. I don't know, Brickotomy, if you're watching the stream yet and can see that for yourself. But this ain't no webcam anymore.
Looks like we got some extra pixels on the screen. What is it?
Oh my goodness. It did come at a price, but I think moving forward, that price is going to be so much worth it. A lot more versatility that I have as a result of possessing such equipment.
And so, when you say versatility, does this include the reorientation of your desk and background?
That's a good point. I forgot that I did change that in between the this week and last week, and I'll do a little spin. Not me. I'm not gonna do a little spin, but I'll spin around the room a little bit so everyone can see what it looks like now. Let's see. So we've got just a little bit of a change there. I'm now facing the wall that you previously were able to see with just one of the shelves. Now both of the shelves are on that wall, and I'm facing a different wall. But I think it's helping to open up the room a lot more, and I think that's just making things a lot better. So, with all these changes, I think it's helping things a lot. But hey, that's what it is.
Looks good. Looks good. Camera quality looks good. So nice buy.
Yeah, and I don't have to be like the webcam previously. It had to be sitting on the table, obviously pretty close because it's webcam. But now this one, it's sitting off the table, obviously getting good quality on my face, and yeah, overall looks better. There's some cool options, or not options, I don't know if that's a really good way of saying it, but some cool features it has. So it's got this, they call it product auto zoom or something like that. But so essentially what it sounds like is when I hold something up to the camera, it'll focus zoom on that and not me.
Oh,
and then it'll switch back pretty instantaneously. So I'll give it a whirl.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Demonstrate for us. I want to see.
Oh yeah, look at how.
Oh, dude.
And then boom, pull away. Pull away. We're back, and we're back.
That was pretty fast too. It pretty much got it right away.
Yeah, I'll try it again with. We'll try something gray.
Try a box if you can too, because you hold those up a good bit.
Oh yeah, I'll go get a. Oh, I'll get the Horizon Zero Dawn box. The Lego tall neck. So yeah, we're holding this, and this one's gonna be a little different because. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah, yep. Focuses in right away.
It's almost seamless, and obviously with this being so large, you wouldn't. Yeah, so that's a perfect, amazing thing because as you know, and I'm sure by watching many streams, how many times the people are like, oh, let me I got to put my hands behind it so it blocks everything out and only grabs the light on that one thing. And so not having to do that anymore is amazing. So, and here, one last demonstration. I've got a hollow Jar Jar Binks sticker. We'll see how that looks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
Where did you get that?
Oh, so actually, that's a good not product placement, obviously, but when I was hanging out with Firebird Bricks a couple weeks ago, he had purchased a bunch of these packs, which they were from obviously the movie release, and so they're stickers, but they kind of act like trading cards. So
Okay.
he got them for pretty cheap, and so he handed me a couple packs of them. I think 2 of them actually, and so they each come with one hollow, one like random decent card, and then just a bunch of randoms. So it's pretty fun. I haven't tried to take one off and use it as a sticker, but
Okay. They're just trading cards. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I wondered if maybe there was a deck of game cards or some other.
Well, and they're only in Europe. Like I don't know why. It seems like the only cards that they brought to America were like sports cards, obviously, and then, well, I shouldn't say that. It seems like for Star Wars, the only things they didn't bring to the U.S. are the cards, the trading cards, whether it's the Lego trading cards or these trading cards, stickers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, those were from the UK. So we got a couple people hanging out in chat. It looks like there's 10 of you watching. Go ahead and like the stream if you're watching. We're at 7 likes right now, which is always great to see, but want to pump those up. Members first, of course. We got some members. The only member right now in the chat is Mrs. CPA, and she's got her 2-month badge. How exciting is that? That's fun. We'll pump that up. Don't worry. And then so far we've got Andy East hanging out in the chat. It looks like he's building a Lego set, a 2023 set that contains a base plate. I'm guessing that's a modular.
2023 set.
Would that be the?
He didn't specify.
I'm thinking the. Why am I blanking on it now? Come on.
Modulars?
Yeah, the museum. I think it's the museum. That's where my money's at.
Let me look at a picture of that real quick. Is it cheating if I look up a picture of the museum?
I don't think so. Because all our prompts are is a 2023 set that has a base plate. Or could it be? No, could it be? No, it can't be because that one didn't have a base plate. I was thinking the castle.
Museum? It looks like it kind of has a base plate.
And then, of course, we've got Squidman hanging out in the chat. Always good to see you in here. And then, of course, Kathleen Moyle as well. A fellow Bonk fan. Always love to see the Bonk fans. Oh, you're right. The museum is a 2024 set. Oh, nice. Gringotts. Yep, that has a base plate. Good call.
Was that police station 2023?
Since it retired in 2023, I feel like it wasn't. But
I thought there's another module we're forgetting about. A good
Boutique
guess.
Hotel? Did Boutique Hotel come out in 2023? Did that one? But I'm sure Andy in chat will let us know. So always great to have the knowledgeable folks in chat. The police station was 21. They release every year on January 1st, except the museum, which was December 1st for some reason. Oh, okay, so did they have a different 2023 set? The Jazz Club. Yeah. Okay.
That
makes sense. Already getting into some rabbit trails, which is totally fine. But once again, I didn't want to. Oh, what was it?
Oh, it was. He said it was Gringotts. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I did want to Oh, and but kind of back to the layout of the room. This is going to be fixed behind me. It's just left over from the Star Wars setup it was before. I'm trying to decide what I want to put in this shelf here, just because it's going to have most of the real estate. So I want it to be looking schmancy.
So you're moving everything off of that?
I think everything that's on there right now is gonna move off. Unfortunately, that means the gunship might have to go.
It's good to get more decoration variety in the background there.
But the thing I'm thinking, I'm just gonna put in more sealed sets. Just make it like a full stack sealed set shelf.
It looks like a library catalog of Lego boxes.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. So, hey, if anyone in chat have any ideas, or if you have any ideas, I'm open to it, because I think I have this weird thing in my mind where once I set something up a certain way, I have to leave it that way. I don't know if you feel that way with your Lego setups.
I move them.
Move them a lot.
Pretty periodically, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I just have the mindset of once it's set up, it stays that way forever. Because to be fair, ever since those have been set up, they've stayed there.
Wait. So you're saying you don't take all your Lego and play with them every afternoon and then put them back on the shelf?
I definitely don't do that. Yeah, no, never do that. Never, ever, ever do that. Oh my goodness. But kind of to keep things moving along a little bit, like I said, I am sick today, so I'm gonna try and push through. I think I said that on my Instagram. I'm a little sick today. Gonna try and push through for as long as possible before I start. Like if I start hacking uncontrollably, because my throat gets dry or whatever from talking, we might cut it short. Hey, maybe we'll finally have a sub 2-hour stream. Wouldn't that be amazing? This is what it takes.
I'll have to severely cut down on those rabbit trails. So.
This is this is where we are. But so today we're gonna talk a little about, of course, Star Wars. As you can see, that Star Wars, a lot of the sets have been revealed to us for the March wave, and as well as we have some information on February 1st sets and how those are doing in maybe select or limited stores, but doing nonetheless. So I did want to talk about that because I do know someone, I have a source who works at a Lego store out east, and I have grabbed some information from them just about nothing too crazy, but what they're seeing moving on shelves, what they're seeing in stock, what's out of stock, what's like the day one releases, so February 1st, how things were going, how many people showed up to that. So that's kind of where we'll dig today, and we'll just kind of see where things take us, and who knows, could go anywhere. So anything, we could start with weekly pickups. For me, of course, I haven't really had any, but have you had any pickups in the last week or two?
I have not. Still waiting for those Bricklink designer drops.
Ooh.
That's where the money's going.
I'm glad you brought that up because there have been a lot of in-person reviews from a couple people who have been doing those.
I saw that. I was actually when I first saw the article, I was like, oh, I don't wonder if I don't want to click on that, because I was trying to decide if I wanted it to be more of a first-hand experience rather than reading them. I don't know if that's something that crossed your mind or not. I ended up reading it and seeing what they thought, but
I don't think that crossed my mind, just because I'm already set on the ones that I'm getting, so it wasn't. I don't think any of them would have changed my mind, but I will have to say that the Fortress looks pretty amazing. That thing is.
I know.
That thing is absolutely Yeah. So
see that's what part of me was worried about. Like I was pretty much set on that, but I'm afraid if I go and read any of them, and they're like, oh man, look at that one, and then I would be like swayed in another direction. I don't want to do that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so I don't think I watched any of the train sheds. It was mainly just pure jealousy that they're getting them already, and I didn't think that anyone would get Brickworld or would get Bricklink designer program sets early. I just didn't think that was a thing at all. Which maybe it's new this year. How crazy would that be if that's a new thing?
Maybe, or maybe it's just new. Maybe it's new just now that we're watching and looking for it.
I don't know. Maybe Andy or Squidman in chat, if you're still hanging out, do the LAN members, have they always gotten Bricklink designer sets early? I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. But man, it makes me, for maybe just that reason alone, I'd want to join LAN. But
yeah,
I don't know if that'll ever happen. So I'll keep dreaming. I will keep dreaming on. Let's see. Okay, so let's get right into, let's talk about February 1st. Sets that released on February 1st and how they're doing. I'm gonna pull up a link to an article. And we're gonna take a look at these sets, and I'll tell you what I know. I'll tell you what I know.
Give us the tea.
Okay, so ignore the shoes. Don't really care about
rabbit
the
trail.
shoes.
Rabbit trail to the shoes.
Is it? I can't tell. They are Thursday Boot Company shoes, so not sponsored by Thursday Boot Company, but they are solid shoes. So, or boots, I should say. They are solid boots. All right, gotta reorganize everything. And what's this in the chat? We have a new member. Welcome to intern. Steven, welcome so much to the intern position. We have a lot of interns this cycle. So I'm sure you will be kept company by those folks who have a little bit more experience maybe. But I'm sure you're a quick learner. So appreciate you for joining. Yeah, you're part of the green name crew. Normally we have a pretty good showing of our members, but Scott's not here, which is kind of a big hit. He's kind of may have been the first member, honestly. And then, of course, Perconomy, I'm sure you're hanging out in chat, but of course you're talking here, so I don't expect you to.
Hey, I myself was an intern for a mere 30 minutes.
Maybe even less.
Maybe even less, yeah. So I know what it's like.
Yes, the interns are valuable. We need interns. Okay. Well, that was a happy distraction. So we're moving back to the next. I've got to situate some of my lighting as I'm kind of figuring some things out. That may have not made a difference, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Okay. So here's a little article from Brick Fanatics. Going over the sets that released on February 1st, 2024. Obviously, the Ornithopter from Dune was probably the main set that released on this day, or this week, I should say. Is that one that you have on your radar? Are you a big Dune person?
No. Not as in. I really enjoyed the original movie.
The original,
the
like
one
in
that
the
was
80s?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
Okay.
I wasn't super impressed with the newer ones. And
interesting.
I didn't really find myself fascinated by the Dune Lego theme personally, but I will have to say that I do think this is a pretty fantastic set
Pretty nifty.
for what it is. Pretty nifty, yeah. But no, I'm not. With me not being a huge Dune person, I didn't see myself spending the money on this set.
What price would it have to go to for you to say, yeah, I need that one?
A pretty unrealistic number, probably something like $50.
50.
It was just clearly unrealistic for that set.
And yeah, Steve brings up a really good point. This set is kind of releasing in tandem with the new movie, which I think Lego, they either got super, super lucky or they pushed it back. I think they just got super lucky because Dune 2 Part 2 was supposed to release back in August of last year. And this set itself, though, was set to release now. So they really were going to miss out.
You don't think that tandem was done deliberately?
So you're saying Dune pushed it back to be in tandem with the Lego release?
No, that doesn't make sense, yeah.
I mean, hey, it's possible. I mean, Lego, that's free advertising right there.
Yeah, you're right. That just doesn't add up.
We've had crazier takes on this show before, and that's a fact. We have certainly had crazier takes. But, man, so you didn't... I'm kind of surprised that... I want to go down this rabbit trail of the fact that you liked the old Dune, but you didn't really care for the new Dune.
Okay, so if you want to go on this rabbit trail for 5 minutes, I'll take you on the trail. So I consider when it's a big franchise or intellectual property such as Doom, Harry Potter, Star Wars, the like, in order to be immersed, for me to find immersion in the world, that has to have really, really good cinematography. And I found myself more distracted by the new Dune by more of the visual effects than the cinematography.
Really?
And world immersion. So I like it didn't grab me as world immersion as world immersing as the original was, and I was just like a little off put by it. It kind of took me out of it.
That surprises me because I would say the exact opposite and say that the cinematography and the photography and everything was just so done so well that it felt more like a documentary to me than a fantasy movie. You felt like a documentary, the new one, yeah. A documentary.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
About...
Right, I can see it. I can see that.
Yeah,
and I was expecting more of a sci-fi immersion into this world of lore, and I just didn't get what I was looking for, maybe. Or maybe I went in there with a different expectation, and I didn't get that, and it kind of irked me on the wrong way. But don't misunderstand me thinking these were bad. It was a bad movie. Yeah. It's absolutely not the case at all. But it wasn't what I was going in expecting, and I came out like, I wish it had been more attention grabbing to me as the original was.
And so then the original, because I haven't seen the original full through. I have seen basically VFX breakdowns of the old one, and which has given me some idea as to what went on. But what about the old one? It did seem a lot more weird in a sci-fi way, not in a bad way, just in like
but you have to also remember we're saying weird through the lens of 2024.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like Star Wars was weird. Star Wars was sci-fi in a weird way. Like Luke is on Dagobah talking to a little green alien. That's kind of weird, but it's cool. Like I was saying, like cool weird, just like unique, like that. Just thinking too, that one giant like space worm thing that psychically controls the giant ship flying through space. Did I get that partially right? Do you remember that part?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Like that's unique and very sci-fi. So interesting. But yeah, no,
different takes. But that's the reason I didn't find myself really wanting to like. Granted, there's just the one Dune set, right?
Correct. And I personally, I think this might be the only one that ever comes out. I don't think we're getting another Dune set. I don't know why we would get another Dune set based on this. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Yeah, I don't see another Dune set happening. But I will say I was super hyped about this set, and then when it released, and I was very disappointed personally. And I made a video about it. It's one of my most viewed videos, which is funny, partially because of probably the controversial take that I have, and a lot of people disagreeing. But and some of it you can see right off the bat here, just with a lot of gaps in design, it just felt kind of sloppy, a lot of Technic stuff visible. And of course, all that stuff is needed because of the function. And I felt like the only function it needed were the wings to go in and out, to go so you can pose it with the wings out or the wings folded back.
You think they didn't need to focus in on the realism of the flutter?
No. And I will say, unless the dude who actually designed it, when he was doing his demonstration, I felt like they flapped a lot more. Like I'll do it like this. But then in watching people's reviews of it, instead of this, it feels like it's only flopping like this. And really slow and janky. And so it seems like there's even less functionality than they originally showed. And so the whole thing that my argument is hanging on is the fact that this is an 18 plus display set. Two things, 18 plus and a display set. I don't know how many 18 plus people out there are going to be flying this around their houses every day.
Probably not me.
Like, and I had people comment on the video and they said, "Oh, I love that design. I don't care about I love that functionality. I don't care about the design." And I'm like, cool. If you're going to be out here playing with this thing every day, dude, I'm happy for you. And I'm glad they made the set that was for you. But I would go out on a limb and say most of the Lego purchasers or consumers out there aren't going to be flapping these wings all the time. It's going to be sitting on their shelf, or they're going to part it out.
Can you say that's a controversial take? Because I think I would tend to agree with you on that for sure.
There's a lot of people who think that this set is amazing and one of the best sets that Lego has ever created. So that fact has actually, you know what? We're going to just look at some comments. Let's see if the video will pop up. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of people who disagree with that and say they would say the design itself is amazing and doesn't need to be fixed, which I would disagree with for those couple of reasons. I mean, you can see all these gaps in the front windshield. I think that front windshield piece is kind of meh. And then let's see where it is. And then the man, this video felt so long ago.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Lego CPA world.
Here we go. Let's sort by most recent. And welcome, Cooper. I see you hopped in here. Well, here's someone that agrees with me. Extremely disappointed with this set. I'll let resize a little bit. Oh, I love this comment. This comment is hilarious. Found myself in your channel for the first time. Also found myself almost completely disagreeing with you on every point you made. Useless points, nitpicking it to death. Can't stand your voice. Also,
I love the escalation. First,
Dude,
she's like, "Oh,
he
I'm
went
here.
there.
I disagree with you." And know what? Not only do I disagree with you, I'm gonna insult you and personally.
Can't stand your voice. Also making me mad just writing this, thinking about how much time I wasted on you.
Oh, is this what keeps you up at night?
At first I was like, what did I do? But no, then I started the comment like I was typing it as I was reading his comment, and then go like, oh, that's awesome. Welcome to the I'm speechless. I don't know what I've done to upset you. I don't know if you ever read it, so no, but that's one of the comments.
Oh, there was probably no response to that, was there? Oh, that's
no,
hilarious.
none yet. I think I was a couple days late, but so someone's saying just look at the playability, and I love this comment. This comment is crazy. Or look at it as a sci-fi vehicle, which is not an ornithopter. It will look cool and fun. And so basically they were saying, pretend it's not an ornithopter, and then it's a really cool set. I'm like, what? What? So, and then here's another one. Are you kidding? It looks very, very well, close to the movie. The design is one of the best things about this set, and all in all, it is probably the coolest set Lego has created so far. So I don't know about that.
No, I do know about that. It's not the greatest ever made.
So yeah, we've got some takes here, to say the least. So yeah, I do have to say the super long wings are awesome. They're like 40. No, they're 40 studs long is how long they are. I don't know how long that goes into actual inches, but I think they're like 13 inches long.
It shows the wingspan on the box, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have that picture here. But
so, I thought you had planned on, and your opinion may have changed now.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was you were certainly gonna get that set.
I was gonna get it on a discount for sure. Now I'm not sure. So, yeah, it did change my mind. The only reason I would get it is because it might be the only Dune set we ever get. So, but then the figs weren't even that crazy except for the super long waist cape.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did that with one of my sets when I was a kid anyways. Just random pieces.
You made a waist cape or
just, did you ever take the torso of your little Lego guy and just make like a random lower half out of different pieces? No, you never did that?
Just me? And you like stack it super tall and stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It looks like that kind of looks like.
Yeah, it does.
5-year-old me got a hold of that minifigure and started putting stuff on the bottom of it.
Oh my goodness. Too funny. I thought he was going to be a big fig. I was half right. Okay. Moving on. You going to get this? You going to make enough purchases to get this little fox? Is that on the top of your to-do list?
It would have to be an accident that I did. Certainly wouldn't be aiming to do that.
It's kind of a fun set. Little fox with blush.
Was that a box of chocolates and
yeah. And then
what else is that?
It's a sticker.
Oh,
tile. And then these are printed, no doubt. But
eyelash pieces. Eyelashes.
Maybe so you can make it a girl fox, I guess. A lady fox, maybe. I don't know.
I think so.
I have eyelashes, so it could be whatever you want it to be. All right, moving on to Brickheads. We are getting into the February 1st Brickhead launches. Any of these catch your fancy or catch your eye, personally? Or otherwise?
Spider-Man. Sure. That's the Iron Spider, right?
That is the Iron Spider.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Out of any of these, that will be the one to catch my eye.
That'll be the one. You're not a big Sonic dude, then, right? You didn't grow up watching Sonic.
No, I did not. And I'm I'm a decently good Marvel fan, but Groot's not really
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy
Priority.
and Groot. My reach doesn't prioritize it that much.
Yeah.
So it'd be Spider-Man, then maybe the Groot, then Stitch, then Sonic.
Yeah, I would go probably Stitch first, solely because Mrs. CPA is
I say,
gonna
did you
get
have
it.
to say that?
I think I do. Yeah, here look at the chat. Yeah, I think I have to get Stitch. For better or for worse, it's got to happen. No, I think it's a good looking Stitch anyways. So, and it's $10. I mean, really not too bad. But no, I do like I'm not gonna get them, but I do like the Sonic and Shadow brick heads. Besides the fact, I think I mentioned last time that Shadow looks like he's a crackhead. He's got crazy eyes.
You did mention that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah. But
I can't unsee that now.
Oh, I forgot to mention from my Insider, not to be confused with Lego Insider program, the Dune set did not sell too well in stores. And it is not out of stock. And I don't think it ever went out of stock on the website.
What was the sell price of this? Can you remind me?
$164.99.
It's not super egregious for your average shopper.
Yeah, I agree. And generally, sets that are more expensive like that don't sell out unless they're super hot items like the Venator, Gringotts Bank, stuff like that, where they might only get 5 of them as well. But yeah, this one did not go out of stock. All right. And I also heard that the brickheads, all the brickheads did poor except for one. One brickheads did do well. Would you care to guess which brickheads did the best?
As much as I want to say Spider-Man, I'm going to say it's probably Stitch, isn't it?
That is 100% correct. It was Stitch. Yeah. Stitch did the best out of all the brickheads. Makes sense, though.
It does. It makes sense. It covers a more broader range of shoppers.
Yeah, absolutely. And
than just Marvel fans or Spider-Man fans. Yeah.
And it's really the first time we've ever gotten a Stitch. So Stitch is kind of entering the Lego universe for the first time on a bigger scale. We've had the minifigs and stuff, but having this one, I think, makes it a bit of a hotter item for those big buys up top or up front. Now moving up to the wonderful family tree and London phone booth.
Yeah, I think we talked about each of these two sets individually a little bit, if I'm not mistaken.
We did.
And my take on the London phone booth was that it was a little underwhelming.
Because it's $115.
Yes, for the price, for sure it's underwhelming, but also just size, I guess, and complexity.
I also thought it was weird why it's a phone holder. Have you see that?
What you're gonna have to elaborate a little bit. What do you mean by weird? That
it's... Well, do you know like the fact that it is a phone holder, or apparently that was an intention?
You mean like an actual phone, like my smartphone holder?
Yes. So the idea is you put your smartphone in here, right back
that's
here,
the thing?
and it props up. Yeah, apparently that's a thing.
What phone? I mean,
like your
your
smartphone. You just set it back there, and it gets propped up.
I was completely unaware of this.
All the reviewers, early reviewers, have been doing that in their videos, and I'm just like, why?
I wouldn't have imagined that it wouldn't fall over.
Backwards or forwards?
I don't know where like if I stick my phone on that and lean it up against the back fence, I maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't think it has the counterweight to keep the set from
Here, let
falling
me.
over.
Who have I seen? Who have
I mean, I
seen
guess
do
I'm
it?
wrong, but I wouldn't have imagined that.
So yeah, someone. I'm gonna show it at the end. Actually, no. I'm just gonna. All right. I gotta time it perfectly because I don't want to give anyone free advertising. So you gotta pay attention quick. No, 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 not yet, not yet. Hey, look at that. Look at that product zoom. Nope, box set. There you go.
Good. I approve of the phone.
Did you see it for that split second?
Okay, yeah, I can see it. I guess I wouldn't have known unless you told me that was even a feature,
I
though.
don't even know if that's on the box or something. I just don't know, and I don't know why.
Or that it may have just been like started to show scale, and then it was like, oh look, it's actually works.
And then Lego's
So
like,
I
"Yeah,
mean,
that's what we meant to do."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
If it was meant to be that way, it would be on the box.
it, yeah, I agree. I agree. And then this,
Yeah, they're like, now that we
yeah.
know it's a phone holder, we're going to charge an extra $50.
Oh my goodness. Hey, they should have just made charger capability to it. That's what they should have done.
Yeah.
Also, it has a light brick. That's probably why it's 115 bucks. Otherwise, it would have been like 75. What do you think about light bricks and like that kind of stuff just driving the price up? Like the sorting hat.
I think it's a little unjustified, but one could argue that the novelty is also, clearly the market's there for sticking one light brick in a set, and somehow the sales being that much greater to the point where they're like, oh, we're going to not only stick it in more sets, but also we're going to charge X amount of dollars more because we can.
And then, like, I don't think it's a light brick to where you can hold it down or it can stay lit. I think you have to physically be pushing it the whole time, which is also kind of weird. And it would make me think that, like, oh yeah, why would you?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, why would you even want that
if you have to be clicking it the whole time? So, and then yeah, we talked about the family tree either a couple weeks ago or in January. So this one, I don't think. Oh, stock updates on this from that store out east. 2 London phone booth sets sold, and 0 family tree sets sold. So I think, obviously in the UK, I would imagine they're going to sell these like crazy. Would you agree with that?
That's their main market, yeah. The BBC people, the Doctor Who people.
Yeah. So, which it is the Doctor Who is a blue box, right?
It is, but it's the same.
It's a box. Yeah, it's a box. Box is a box.
Phone booth.
Yeah.
The Phantom toll booth, all that, it's all, I know.
And then this family tree one, man, that is going to be on shelves for a while. And it's not going to go on set because it's an idea set. Or it's not going to go on sale because it's an idea set. Do you think they should just shred that one right now?
They're not going to. Should they? Yeah, because
yeah. Anyways.
I don't even think it's a hot take to say that this is just not a good set.
I agree. Oh, but I did also hear we talked about the Kingfisher a little bit ago. That dropped February 1st as an icon set. It did really well. Kingfisher did really well.
Do you have any more information as to how well?
Unfortunately, no. I would imagine really well means over half of the stock was sold, and they're going to need more stock because there's upcoming demand.
I'm glad to hear that, because I hope that inspires them and incentivizes them a little bit to make more
And
sets like this.
and at that price point, I mean, $50 for an icon
Yeah.
set. I think that's a good price point. And like, do you want to see more birds, or do you want to see more animals, or where are you going with that
That's it.
one?
Well, either or. As like if they're done creatively and artistically as this one is, keep them coming for that price and make a whole line out of it. If this one did so well, I'm sure you can find another unique animal or bird to showcase.
Could do a flamingo.
I think they could turn. Yeah, I think they could expand it close to as much as they did for the floral.
Yep.
Line.
Yeah, the botanicals, and it
I
kind
think
of feels along
the
that same
botanicals,
line,
yeah.
anyways.
Yeah. They could do a whole line like this, and I think it would sell just fine.
If they did, not that it would be state birds, but kind of inherently
That's a really
would
good
be.
idea.
Like if they did
That's
a
a really good
robin
idea.
and a cardinal and a blue jay, like would you be into that as well?
Oh, absolutely. But I think what you said about state birds that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think they can market it as state birds. Obviously, they would only do that in the U.S., but because then you're cutting off your international fan base, customer base, if you're just saying this is the United States Illinois state bird. But you are knocking, I think with the cardinal and the robin alone, you're knocking out several states, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, don't ask me to name state birds. I couldn't tell you, man.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Do you know what is the state bird of the state you currently reside?
I don't know that yet. I've been here.
I think I remember just because it was a fun one. Is it the swallow? Something swallow? Like a swallowtail. It's the one with the two long feather tails.
Florida state bird is the northern mockingbird.
Then I was thinking of the completely different bird. Completely wrong bird. Huh.
Watch, we're gonna be turned into bird watchers now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wonder what a bird would do if you set a cardinal or something out there. How it would react to seeing that bird. Fabu says no one's gonna line up for an Alaskan willow ptarmigan. I don't know about that.
I don't know. Yeah, it sounds pretty.
Sounds interesting.
I don't know what it looks like. Sounds interesting.
I kind of want to. I'm gonna look it up. Alaskan willow ptarmigan. Oh, that's a kind of a fun. It looks like a chicken with a weird body. A chicken dove.
Yeah, it looks like a pheasant.
Yeah. Which I think are related to ptarmigans, so that would make sense. But yeah, finally an icon set, or I guess two icon sets that are doing well. I know for the past couple years, Lego has been doing some icon sets that have not been doing too hot. So it's good to see some new blood of things doing well, and I hope they continue that. Do you plan on picking up the Kingfisher?
Yes, I do.
For a full price, or are you gonna wait?
If I have to, I mean, I'm not planning to buy this right away.
Yeah.
I'd say within the next 6 months, and unfortunately, I don't see it dropping in price in the next 6 months. So
I would agree.
Maybe I was lucky, really lucky, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Which it's certainly worth it at $50, and that's kind of an easy one to flip, like an easy purchase to just go, yeah, I'll flip a 50 for that one. Looks good. Would you plan on building it, or are you gonna keep that sealed like most of the stuff?
I think I would build this one.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
typically like to build the smaller desk decorative sets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that actually, sadly enough, I mean, February 1st is never a big drop, a big Lego set drop date. It's more of kind of to bide our time until the March 1st drop. So, with that being said, we're going to get into our March 1st.
The meat and potatoes. Potatoes and meat.
With most specifically the Lego Star Wars. Once I find it on the screen. Once again, that little fox is popping up all over the place. And we can pre-order them. How fun is that?
All except one. All except
the one they know is going to sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, they're keeping that from us on purpose.
So let's do pre-order and coming soon. Do a little sort here. There we go. What do you? Let's start with the kind of, we'll call it, I don't know, it's a weird one to me. The R2-D2 will ship March 1st once purchased. Do you have the you're okay, starting out right off the bat, you're not a huge Lego Star Wars consumer. I would say you're probably going to pick up are you going to pick up the one with Darth Vader and 5s? It's $54.
Darth Malak.
No, the other one that we're going to get to, the
Oh, yes. Oh, you're talking about the Tantive 4 hallway 5s. Yes. I'll probably get that and R2. Mainly.
Oh, you will be getting R2.
Well, mainly for the minifigs. The Darth Malak minifigure. I'm not super crazy about the R2 minifigure or the R2 set itself, but I would like to have the Darth Malak minifigure.
How cheap would Malak have to be for you to just straight up buy the fig from someone on eBay?
$25.
$25. Oh, interesting. I wonder if it would ever get that low. I don't know. I feel like it'll hover around 50.
Yeah, probably.
Because everyone knows that no one wants this set.
Yeah, it's literally for the minifigure for me.
It's obviously not the UCS set for $200.
I'll also say that's not a terrible R2 either. It's
no,
just,
yeah.
I'm not.
It's just kind of sad. They're literally trying to make it.
If it was
UCS
just
set.
Yeah, if that's all it was just that R2 and it didn't have the minifigure, I would probably not even give it a second thought.
And Lego knows that. So, man, and I honestly, do you have, okay, I imagine you have some personal connection to Malak through one of the video games.
Yeah, I just, I like Legend Star Wars lore a lot, and going deeper into the Star Wars lore, I pretty much do all my Star Wars fandom is outside of Lego, so it's cool to see some, deeper universe diving, for their minifigures, and I wanna, support that a little bit, and that would be the main reason I got the set. Just would be to, one, have that, and I hope that they would do this more often.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. With
give us some more of the Legends characters, or bring them into canon, and then give us the figures.
Plushy says Lego must have their reasons for making a new R2. Because yeah, this was ordered. I wonder if it was ordered with, hey, let's make a new R2, and then down the line they said, oh, we should put the Malak in that set. Or if it was, hey, or like cart and horse situation, or chicken and egg situation. Did they say which set does Malak need to go in, or did they say here's an R2, we're putting Malak in it because we need to sell it? Do you want to go out on a limb and make any claims there?
I I think they were maybe two things. Either they did that, or we're gonna say, well, we're gonna make a Darth Malik. Let's put him with the set. We're probably isn't gonna make as many cells to boost the cell of that one set.
Yeah, I unfortunately agree with that. But as someone mentioned, I think we are getting a buildable 3PO. So honestly, does it kind of fit in the realm of we're getting all these new buildable figures? So maybe I'm talking myself back out of it because we got buildable Chewie. We're getting buildable R2 kind of all in this same scale. You think they're just kind of starting a new line?
I don't know why they would, if that was the case after Chewie and then after R2, both not being super popular sets, why would they be invested in doing something like that?
Well, I mean, as I'm sure you know, they plan this stuff out. Like this stuff and next year's stuff is already planned out and likely already in production, and they're getting stuff
That's
ready to go. So they have next
year.
year.
It'll be a short-lived line then, if that's the case.
Like they might be scrambling to fix stuff for next year even. And certainly the year after that, because from the looks of it, they went Chewy. Now they're doing R2, C3PO. Maybe they're like, yeah, let's do a Revenge of the Sith or a Return of the Jedi or an Empire Strikes Back. Or, I mean, it could have some original trilogy mock-up. So maybe would Luke, Leia, Han be next? And what would that even look like as buildable figures, like system brick buildable figures?
I don't know. Part of me, maybe I'm just relating this in my mind back to when they tried to do the Technic figures back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
So like the Technic Django, and how disastrous that was. Maybe I'm just thinking of that and like worrying that would happen again with not the greatest quality figures being made.
Which, it's weird though, like the Chewie was not, it was, what am I, detailed. It just couldn't work the best.
Really? I guess we have a different take on that, 'cause I found the detail a little lacking.
Well, I mean, as detailed as you can be with system bricks trying to create fur. Like they did so much contouring and so much.
Okay, yeah.
As much as
Backpedal a little bit, yes. For what it is, I can say it's detailed, but I guess in my mind, what I'm trying to say is either I would like it to achieve a certain detail or not be made at all.
That's what I'm wholeheartedly agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm basically trying to give them some credit. Like, yeah, you guys, you did something. But overall, it's not something that I ever want to own. Like, yeah, that one would have to be probably $40 for me to buy it, and I would never build it just off the hope that in 10 years everyone's like, oh, remember that Chewie? Oh, man, I wish I had it. It was so creepy. Just because no one bought it. But I know I never plan on grabbing that one.
So yeah, and to bring it back to Malik, what brings me, what will drive me to the store and purchase a Star Wars Lego set is if you give me a unique piece of Star Wars lore to grab onto. Like when BD1, excuse me, when BD1 came out, that's like a direct connection to a game I love.
Yeah.
And
yep,
I can grab instead it's just some broad Star Wars themed set. So this is a specific tie, like, oh, Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
That gives me a tangible tie to something in the Star Wars universe that I love. That'll drive me to the store to buy the set.
How bad, like how we're going extremes here. How bad of a set would it have to be in for you to not, or for you to seek it on the third market or secondary market, not the third market?
It would have to be like some super generic, like Rey Skywalker's tower bedroom, something, and I'd just be like, no. I just don't want it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel
Something
that.
completely uninteresting to me. It's something completely uninteresting to me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, at least this one is an R2D2. Can't go wrong really with an R2D2 to some extent, except
Or
for the fact that it's already been made. But besides that, could be worse, right? That's where we want to be with Lego Star Wars. Could be worse. Oh man. Actually, no. Oh, do they not have the? No, they do have the 360. I want to see if that R2D2 Fig has a back printing. Looks like it does. Okay, so at least they're getting the back printing R2D2.
Nice.
Otherwise, I mean, we've got some interesting tubing. I actually want to see what kind of tubing it is. Let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, it's just the whip. It's the Indiana Jones whip.
That disappoints you?
I mean, no, I just was hoping for the Bionicle.
Tubing. That fits with. I mean, they do this all the time.
Oh, and I mean, it fits that copper wire.
Yeah, I mean, why change it if they've been doing it for like. That's what I expect to see at this point for tubing.
But just imagine if they had a dark pearl gold whip. I think to make it metallic. I think they should do that. A dark pearl gold whip.
Oh wait, what colors have they already used for the little? Is the little hose tube piece? Is that a Technic piece? Is that a Technic piece?
Yeah.
Or a Technic element?
Yep.
I've seen that in a pretty wide variety of colors.
Yeah, they have that in gray, light gray, a lot of pearl light gray, black, probably red.
I think I've seen some purple and blue of those as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe, and I'm nitpicking right now, 110%. But it'd be cool
you would prefer to have seen those other than the whips?
No, I just like them better because they're Bionicle pieces, or pieces they would use in a lot of Bionicle. But I think this looks better. This definitely looks better.
Yeah, they might have been
the solid wire.
Too bulky.
Yeah.
They would have been too bulky.
But I think they should have made it dark pearl gold to make it more metallic-y, because copper is pretty metallic. But once again, that is nitpicking. I don't think that's like an issue for this set. That's got to be, I really hope that's a printed dish on the top. I'd be really sad if that's not. Just because, putting stickers on rounded pieces is one of the worst things in the world.
That's got to be printed.
And then that's a sticker, of course, no doubt. His little arms on the front. Another sticker. So there's going to be a couple of stickers in this set. That's not an issue really for me, but we're going to get some stickers here. Okay. And then in here it is with a child. So we can just kind of see the size. And yeah, that's got that one out of the way. Now we'll move on to the Boarding the Tantive 4. Now this is, for my not clickbait title, but my grabbing title, this is certainly not one of the sets that has problems with prices. I think this price is amazing. What do you think about this price?
Very reasonable for what I'm getting. I'm getting a 5s minifigure and a New Hope entry scene diorama.
Yeah.
For $50, for $55.
$55. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minifigures for $55.
One of them being 5s.
And yeah, and they're all solid minifigures.
Crazy.
Say what you will about the new Stormtroopers. I don't care for their design as much. I think I'm sure you've seen the comparison to the Family Guy Stormtrooper.
That's funny. But yeah.
Yeah, no, they're literally the Family Guy Stormtroopers. But other than that, I mean, Yeah, no, absolutely stunning, beautiful design. And of course, Fabu coming back with the, so why put 5s in here if they know it's going to sell, but Malik in R2 is for sales. Yeah, that's fair. I would say it depends what other sets are coming out in the future. Because if there's another set coming out where they could have put Malik in there and it didn't make sense, because it does flat out doesn't make sense for R2. Now
They
also
didn't put
doesn't make sense for this one.
They didn't put a minifigure in any of the other 3 sets because they just didn't for any of the ships, and it was the 2 other sets that they were going to split the minifigures up, and it was just how it landed, I think.
Yeah.
You know, as far as when you need, I don't know. I guess I could backpedal on that, but
yeah, and I think
I see the logic in his point.
Yeah,
no,
I definitely.
Way.
You can't have it one way, and I agree with the basis for your point. And my only reasoning now is we just don't have all the information. We don't know what sets are coming out in the future. So we really just don't know. We just don't know. We don't know yet. Once we know, we can look back and say, yeah, they should have put that Han Solo 25th anniversary fig in that R2 set. That would have made much more sense. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, here we go. Cooper, great point. We know that there's going to be a young Leia minifig coming. Why on earth would the young Leia minifig not go in the R2-D2 set? Probably because they know that people won't really care about a young Leia minifig, and it won't sell well on the secondary market. And that's a double downer for that R2 set. So, hey, Fabu, I'm going with that story. There we go. Looks like we've got an emergency question from Firebird Bricks member. Do you want a Bionicle TCG booster packs? That's the gamer card booster packs. How much are they each? They've got to be pretty cheap. Depending on how many they have. Yeah, 100% definitely want those. If they have a reasonable amount that's like not going to set me back over $100, I would say maybe buy them all. Maybe. I see the DMs are running off the hook, but guys, I'm in a live show. You can't be doing this to me right now. None of them make sense. Leia isn't pushing any. Yeah. Yeah, Leia's not going to push any sales. $10 a pack. How many are there? How many are in stock right now? Anyways, yeah, let's keep talking about this set because actually, no, Fabu, you're wrong. The 5s does make sense. And can you want to tell me, Brickotomy, why 5s could make sense in this pack? Who's in this set with?
I mean,
5s?
it's just other than he's part of the 501st and it's a Vader. I mean, that's an easy connection there.
Absolutely.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
he's
100%.
just there because he's one of Vader's homeboys.
He is Vader's homeboy, and all right, fine. I'm opening the DMs, guys. I'm opening the DMs. Oh, those do look really cool. Oh, those are so cool. Those are so cool. Oh my goodness. Those are fun.
Oh, looks like you're going to be getting those.
Yeah, I knew they had trading cards. They actually have a whole game, a whole Bionicle game. Someone actually in my area-ish is selling their game. I need to see if these cards are like part of it. They're $10 each and there's 30. I'll just buy them all out. That's it. We're putting it in. We're buying them all out, boys. I've been a little dry on Bionicle purchases lately, so I need something to fill the void in my heart. Let me actually see what their Bionicle card packs. Yeah, this is a very atypical mid show break, but it's for Bionicle, so that's the world we're living in right now. But Stormtroopers, we talked about the Stormtrooper design a little bit. Not the greatest, but that helmet mold is just insane with how detailed it is. Kind of that dual molded helmet piece.
Yeah.
And then, of course, another great Vader. That Vader is... Can't go wrong with that Vader. Got the arm printing, the new mask design, which... are you a fan of that double mask design?
It's the piece that goes under the neck, then the head, and then the helmet, right? Yeah. I like it, and I like the old one, so I could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, yeah, it did make the face a little too big for the scale of the minifig, but and for Lego, that's not a huge issue, except for the fact that these Stormtrooper heads are way too big.
Comically large.
Yeah, way too big. And then these the Rebel Stormtroopers, these Rebel Troopers, are you a Rebel Trooper guy, and have you been personally deprived, or are you're just glad they're here kind of situation?
No, not really either way. Like as you know, I don't buy a lot of Lego Star Wars sets, so my mind being on collecting Rebel soldiers is just, not a priority.
Yeah.
Glad to see them in a set like this though.
No, I agree. It's good to see the variety, and I know. Oh, maybe one of these troopers was in the what's it called set. Not the Yavin 4 set, and maybe was at one point exclusive to that set, and now it's not. Wouldn't surprise me, but either way, great to have this one here. And of course, there's the exclusive minifig on the box. Now, speaking of exclusive minifigs, let's see if we can get to that. I think I'm going to have to go all the way back to the front. Do you have any issues with this minifig, or you chill with it? With this 5s,
I don't have any issues with it. You saying you wish maybe it had cloth instead of...
Yeah, cloth waistcape is obviously always a good thing in my opinion, but that printing on the helmet is just unfortunately kind of garbage. Very unfortunately kind of garbage, and I think unfortunately that's just the world we live in with the new mold. Apparently that's causing trouble.
I think it's the best you're gonna get.
But it's the unfortunate thing is, in the past, Lego has done molds and is capable of getting that printing proper. So otherwise, I would agree with you. If you look at the original, like Google P1 Wolfpack Lego clone, you can see, and I'll pull some up actually. Where they're getting the design is pretty spot on, or the design is right up to it. And I'm gonna have to do this. Here we go. So yeah, we've got a trooper helmet And there's still a little bit of a gap, but it's like pretty much right up to there. But if we go P2, yeah, I'll search P2, and of course I didn't do wolf pack. P2 wolf pack. That print is right up to that fin. No gap whatsoever.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And also Fabu, he's back to the light side saying, or the dark side, depending how you want to look at it. I think it's Grandpa Clone Customs did a great print, but Lego can't. Womp womp. Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird that these little independent small shops can do these amazing designs, and Lego doesn't. It looks like they're just not trying. That's my concern.
Yeah, they just won't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, like they can. They can. There's no way they can't. They just.
It's all about cost margin. Somewhere it's about money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It would really, really suck if it was about pride, though. That would be a shame. I would be very, very sad if it was about pride. But yeah. As far as the functionality on this thing, I don't know if these Technic pieces down here do anything, or if they're just for looks. Yes, they do. Okay, so things can pop up if you move them.
Oh, I see. I see. That's cool. I like that you put a little clear stud under them to make them levitate.
Yep. And then Vader, funny. The door opens for Vader to walk through, I think is what that is, which is also fun. Yeah, it's $55. I know people are complaining about this one. $55. How is it $55? What are you getting? You're getting 7 minifigs. So you will never get a better fig to dollar ratio anywhere. So, and Fabu is saying, which it would make sense. I think it's the helmet holes impacting alignment, but just a guess. That would be just in the most sadistic way, the funniest thing, because helmet holes are, depending on who you ask, a hot topic or a problem. Depending on who you ask, the helmet holes are a problem. And so if that was also causing the printing issues, that would be even more funny, just because, come on, Lego, you should fix this, in my opinion. So that's where we're at. Any other thoughts on the Tantive hallway scene?
No, just I'm really looking forward to getting the Fives minifigure, regardless of the dubious, apparently dubious helmet paint.
Yes, and it'll be interesting to see how the cloth shoulder pieces hold up, because based on early pictures, they've seeming to been doing a little rough, little flimsy, little foldy. So we'll see about the quality of that. Okay, let's start at the invisible hand. Midi-scale. How are you feeling about these Midi-scale sets? Do you have the Executor yet?
No.
And you're probably not planning to, I would imagine.
No, I don't think so. I will say I like the detail of this. If it was given to me as a gift, I would certainly build it. Like, that's a cool display piece. I don't know if I would spend money to buy it.
Yeah, and so this thing is, I think it's 11 inches. Yes, it is 11.5 inches long. Here it is with a dude. And I think this one is definitely the best priced of them all, with the other two being way overpriced. So this one being 50, I mean, I personally would wait till it's 40 if I ever bought it, but as it stands today, I don't think I'm buying any of these Midi-scale sets. They don't speak to me. I don't need a small Millennium Falcon, but I guess it's a good thing for the people who don't want to, couldn't, kids that just can't buy the UCS Millennium Falcon,
right?
Who can get this?
Sure. $84 is a bit
$84.
How many? Okay, so how many pieces is the Millennium Falcon? Pull that up for a second.
I don't care how many pieces. It's not worth $85. It's 921 pieces.
Okay, so if I go to 1999, right? And how many pieces did you say? 800.
921.
So
You're
let's look
basically
how much
paying
a
for that
100.
25 years of Lego Star Wars
Right.
brick,
So
and then
there was a 600 piece Millennium Falcon
the MIDI scale.
in the year 2000. Right. That was $100.
Really? How big? How long do you have the measurements, perchance?
It's Lego 7190. Let me see if I've got the measurements.
Lego 7190 dimensions.
So if you're just going by piece count and set, 24 years later, we're getting a small Millennium Falcon.
Oh, are you looking
Not
at
too far.
the dish one?
Yeah.
7.1. No, that wasn't MIDI scale. That was a play scale.
That was larger? Am I mistaken?
Oh yeah, no, that was play scale because you can see them sitting in the.
Okay, my mistake. Because I was thinking it was, reasonably priced if they were in the same realm of the two sets.
Yeah, because that's a Millennium Falcon. Is it the one with all the Lego characters on the bottom right of the front box, and it's got like those dish things,
Maybe, yeah.
super boxy. Yeah, so that one is. Yeah, the play scale, that would be about 160 nowadays. So, man, I think this one should have been, man, 75 or 70 even. 70 even is what this should have been. Here's a picture with a dude.
What's your opinion on where a Lego Star Wars set becomes overpriced?
Basically,
where do you think the line is? There's obviously a little bit of justification to add some pricing for the for what it's Lego Star Wars. I mean,
I think
there's some justification to add price there.
Yeah, I think it mainly comes down to a gut check. So very, very subjective. Obviously, everyone has different value that they place on everything. So there's just a different value for me. But I think I put it on just what it feels like you're getting. And I have to say, if there are any stickers whatsoever in this set, it is no way worth $85. If you're gonna have to put stickers on all those circle dishes, that is a horrible time. I wouldn't want to subject anyone to that. And based on that, I do think there are no stickers. I don't see any sticker seams on those back dishes, which is really, really good. Can't tell on that side piece. I can't tell on those front pieces, but okay. Yeah, if there's no stickers, that definitely bumps it up a little bit. So I would start this out at 60. I would start this out at 70, considering it has the 25th anniversary things. However, man, maybe I need to see it in person, because in my mind, I'm gonna be able to hold it. Bionicle.
I mean, you saw the picture of the guy holding it. It's almost. It's not. Yeah. It's not.
Can you hear me? Did you lose me?
I thought you lost me for a second.
No? My thing got bumped, or somehow my thing got randomly bumped. I have no idea how.
But what I was saying is not that small. Like this, you can hold this in your hand, and it's not too small.
It's like it's gonna be the size of a. I'm thinking like a size of a dinner plate or smaller or bigger.
Yeah, I'd say dinner plate's pretty good comparison.
Yeah, I think I just need to see it and then still say no because it's $85 and I personally don't need a Falcon is where it sits, but it's 100% going to go on sale. 100% going to go on sale. No questions asked. So, it's yeah, I mean people are going to buy it day one. It's a Lego Star Wars set. It's a Millennium Falcon. People are going to buy it. Going back to the Invisible Hand, people are going to buy this because it's a prequel set. Certainly should for that reason. It's the cheapest one out of the three. You're still getting that brick. So it just hurts a little bit. And then the last one. We've got the Tantive. $654 for $80. So this one is actually only $5 cheaper than the Falcon.
Still, but you would still say that you would lower this one down to 60s in the 60s range. You think?
I would probably have priced it the same as the Falcon. Honestly, put them both at 70. If you're gonna put them both that high, put them both at 70. Because I feel like this one, even though it's less pieces, it feels like you might be getting more because it's little or a bit longer. $15.5 I guess, yeah, I have my tape measure here. I could have. Oh, actually, that's pretty big. Let me hide this screen share real quick. 15.5 inches. This thing is going to be this long for you folks watching back home. That's pretty long.
Pretty good display piece. So
yeah, like I said, I would have probably priced this one more than the Falcon.
And you holding a comparison in your hands like that, you still don't think it would be worth $80-something?
9.5 inches. Yeah, like the Falcon. The Falcon's gonna be small, man. Let's see. I'll pop it back up again. What, the Falcon is $80. Or the Tantive is $80. I don't know. I mean, I can't be convinced to buy any of these at retail. So I think Lego might be just trying to get what they can get with this one. And then chalking it up to selling them en masse at a slight 10% or 20% discount. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're probably correct on that.
Other than that, that's all we got for Lego Star Wars. It's going to be really interesting to see all the sets coming on the future. There are the latest rumor. I don't know if you've heard the rumors of what the next minifig is going to be, the next 25th anniversary minifig, because that's something we can talk about. We can talk about what we're going to get, because there are going to be a total of, was it 6 or 8 minifigs as a result of this new, someone in chat remind me, it was either 6 or 8 minifigs that we're going to get as a result of the 25th anniversary. Are there any specific ones you'd like to see?
I don't think so. I don't think any specific ones. I'd have to, see what they came up with.
Let's see.
What are you looking for any specific one, or?
I mean, so we know we're getting Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
This one is rumored to be Saw Gerrera.
Okay.
Cybernetic and Loyal. That's what the latest rumor is on that. And then, man, other than that, I don't really have maybe another clone or another Jedi. Here we got some people. So we already know about Fives, Malik, Saw, Cal, and young Leia. Oh, it's only 6 total? I thought it was more than 6.
What about Jedi Bob? Can we bring him back?
Ooh, I don't know if he's going to be a 25th anniversary fig technically, though.
Yeah, yeah, like basically like what I said. I'm a little indifferent when it comes to the Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not pushing or wishing for any specific figures that, but when they do put one out like Fives, I'm definitely gonna grab it.
Yeah, so it looks like Perry's got Fives, Malik, Saw, Cal, and young Leia. I swear I thought there were... That's only 5. Okay, so we know 5, and there's 1 extra that's still out there. I'm looking forward to Cal. Cal Kestis is going to be great. And I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, that you're correct. Yes. I hadn't thought of that. Definitely looking forward to hoping and looking forward to that.
How much are you looking forward to young Leia? I'm sure that's probably at the top of your wanted list.
Lowest priority. Lowest priority.
Yeah. So, and it'll be interesting where Saw and... Well, okay, so we do know Saw is coming in the Sith Interceptor with Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Anakin.
Okay. And you said,
Annie.
I heard you right, this is the later Saw Gerrera?
I think, yes, it is the older one where he's got the things on his... He's got the mech.
Life-preserving equipment.
Yes. Yep. He's a smoker with asthma at this point.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. That's what we're working with here. But, man, we won't talk about Bricklink Designer Program this time. We can definitely save that for a future one, of course, because by next week, if we have an episode next week, we'll definitely talk about how the updated numbers are going, because pre-orders will open, I think it's a week from, or is it Wednesday, February 7th? I'm gonna find out right now.
That would make it this coming Wednesday.
I'm gonna find out real quick. This will be really easy to find out. It starts in 3 days, February 7th, 8 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern Standard Time. So, man, that's going to be fun to see, because we'll be able to see the orders live and how they're looking,
That's right.
Which ones are doing which, and it's going to be fun.
8 a.m. Pacific time, that's going to be like, yeah, midday for me.
Yep. So I wonder if it's going to be a thing like, because obviously Bricklink Designer Program has become more of a thing than ever in regards to just it's not people's knowledge of it. So I'm wondering if it's going to be one of those things that just sells quick or takes its time, or kind of how that goes. I'm really curious to see how the sales go.
Now, with that, again, this disclaimer, I may be saying this with complete lack of knowledge about how this goes down. My first time, purchasing a set from Bricklink Designer, so maybe someone can correct me. Is this one of those things where I'm going to be like refreshing the page, hoping it doesn't sell out, and then maybe I should have a backup, like secondary, a second browser up with my secondary set also, trying to get it, or am I just completely imagining this?
I think
lots of orders that I'm not gonna have a problem.
Yeah, I don't think you should have a problem, because just think about it. It has to get to 20,000 orders. No, okay. 30,000. It has to hit 30,000 before they stop. So I don't think there's going to be any issue with us getting the sets that we want.
Okay, I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be... I just don't think it's going to be an issue because it has to get to 30,000. And I'll put some of my feelers out there. I know some people who have purchased in the Bricklink Designer program. And while, yeah, some of these are certainly very, very beautiful and maybe sought after more than others, I would say probably the Engine Shed and Mountain Fortress might be the two hottest ones out there. A little personal bias in there, but it seems like those are the ones people are clamoring for because there's a ton of train people and there's a ton of Knights people. So that kind of covers those two. And then General Store might kind of slip under the radar and sell pretty quickly, just because that's your second.
That's my backup one. Yeah, I might like. Again, I'm having flashbacks to when I was trying to get the Space Shuttle Discovery, and I was like at midnight trying to like order the set, and I was like browser crashing.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah, I think that happened when I got the AT-AT, R2-D2,
yeah,
and maybe one other one. So, no, it's a fun fun way to it's about the hunt, you know. It's about the hunt.
So I'm not. So if you're not worried, I gather
worried.
that. Correct. But let's just say the worst happens. Your train station, your browser's crashing, can't get it, can't add it to the cart. You're gonna resign yourself to spending more for the castle.
I think I would go to the General Store. Yeah. Yeah, my order is gonna be, just because, man, $380. Whew, that's a lot.
You're not making me feel good about this.
No, it's worth it if I had that much excess income. If I wasn't trying to, like, you know, buy a new microphone, buy light, like equipment and gear and stuff. Yeah. But no, that's I'll probably go old train engine shed, then General Store, then Snack Shack. Just go for the consolation prize with the Snack Shack for $50.
That'd be real sad if that's all we walked away with. Let's really hope that doesn't happen.
But hey, it's more about the getting that Bricklink Designer program set than anything. But man, Series 2, I am a little concerned for Series 2 because I think this Brick Cross train station, I think that one is going to go super hot. That one's going to be a hot commodity.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so, because that's less of people that will buy the one I want.
The ominous aisle. Aha, good point, Clever Pig. They don't charge you till like November. It's future CPA's problems. Am I right? Dude, yeah, I don't even have to feel bad about it. Holy smokes.
Just add them all to the cart, dude, and then don't worry about it.
Now you got me thinking. No, I'm super excited for this series. And then Series 4 is submissions are now closed. Are the designs public yet? When do the designs become public? Crowd support February 5th. Oh, I got to make a video on that. That's awesome. Monday, nice. The designs drop.
I'll be looking for that.
So now, if I have the time, I know making these podcasts every other week works a little better for the schedule, just to let stuff breathe, because I've been super busy. But hey, we already have our topic for next week, going through those crowd supports, seeing what what the sets look like.
That's good. If you want to do it next week, I potentially will be busy the following.
Okay, then we will put that in the books. That will be our plan then. That's fun. I'm glad that's dropping already. Stuff is just boom, boom, boom. There's always something to keep us busy with Lego, which is a beautiful thing. So, Kathleen, our topic for next week is going to be discussing the Bricklink Designer Program Series 4 design sets, the crowd support sets. They are available on February 5th through February 16th. We can vote for them by 3 emojis, and then they'll go in review February 17th. So that's what we will discuss next week. Super excited for that, as I always am for the Bricklink Designer Program. Oh, did they change the Bricklink logo? Oh, it's for February. That's funny. It's got the hearts in the eyes.
Oh, that's cool.
That's funny. Alrighty. Well, I think that wraps up today's episode. Talking about Star Wars, talking about Bricklink, talking about practice, all that stuff. So any closing thoughts, any final junctures?
Answer, just to tie this back to the name of the episode, just give like a 1 or 2 line answer. Do you think that Lego Star Wars sets are overpriced now, or they're overpriced historically along their entire run?
I don't think they've always been overpriced by any means. I think they are overpriced. Some of them here today that we looked at were definitely overpriced. I think on average, they can tend to be higher. But especially with this wave coming out March 1st, I think they are overpriced, which is kind of sad. But it's how the world works.
I agree with you there. I think in the past I've overlooked it a little due to the fact that it was Star Wars and they could get away with it a little bit. And now I think they're pushing the boundary.
Yeah. And it sort of feels like they're trying to push what the lower boundary of the quality can be.
Yeah.
Which that's subjective. I'll admit it. That's totally subjective. But I feel like we're pushing the edges of two places that I don't think we want to be. The edge of higher prices, as you all can see my stats there. The higher prices and the lower quality of an overall product. So, hey, I honestly am so thankful for that because it's pushing me into all these other themes that I never ever thought I would go into. So it's definitely a blessing.
I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here with me now.
I no longer have a desire to purchase every single Lego Star Wars set, and I can very easily say, no, I don't want that one. I don't have to buy all the helmets. I don't have to buy all these Midi-scale sets. I don't need them. So it's a great place to be. I encourage all of you Star Wars heads to get there as well because it's freeing. It's very freeing. So, well, that wraps up episode 21. We'll meet you all here next week. Same place, same time. CPA-fol podcast episode 22, talking about Bricklink Designer Program Series 4, Sets in Review. I hope you all enjoyed your time here today. Consider subscribing, liking the stream. Hey, become a join member. You want to join a Team Green or joining the firm, however you want to call it. And we'll see you all next week on the podcast. Thank you so much for joining.